Hey, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Quarbit, and I'll be your host today for Europa Universalis 4. Welcome back to our Ante Bellum campaign as Bulgaria. We're on episode 11 today. Last time, we went ahead and vassalized the Magyars, giving them back half of their lands that they had previously. We'll be reconquering the rest today, hopefully. And we conquered Moldavia over here. Almost forgot the name again. Which gave us access to a couple of missions. We're almost done this stick of the mission tree. The Bulgarian fleet is complete, and I'm going to save that till I'm at war with Venice. Now, I think it's actually possible for me to declare war on Venice and win if I bolster up my army's strength. It's going to take a little bit of time, but once we get the manpower for that, which, you know, we make decent manpower, then I'll be able to have an army that is twice this size, and hopefully, with said army, I'll be able to dismantle him and his allies. Now, Francia is one of the biggest issues over here. They became defender of the Catholic faith, which is obviously no bueno. So, either we're going to have to wait for them to lose a war, which is unlikely, or we'll wait for them to basically just be broke, I guess. They're already kind of broke, but you know what I'm saying. They need to be more broke. How are you looking right now? Venice, Francia, yeah. Yeah, it's not looking so good. So, no war with Venice for a little while. They are stacked on the defensive side, unfortunately. But we have other things to do anyway. Now, this guy's kind of strong, but I think I can beat him. The Lendians and Bavaria. The Lendians have 1k, weak Bavaria has 17, which is kind of strong, and Moravia has 18. These are the two that'll actually be a nuisance. They're rather strong. I do want to reconquest his land just so I can finish off this mission tree, but I mean, what do we get here? Permanent claims on Carpathia. I guess. I mean, that's not much more than we already have. I guess that's like the other half of Carpathia, which I can feed to my vassal, but I think we're just going to focus on Anatolia today, to be honest. So we'll go over to Kandar. This guy has claims on all of his land, so I can feed my vassal more land. And then, of course, anything down here in what I've been told is pronounced Mentesha, I can just take for myself, so that I have a clean snake to use Deus Vult on, even if I don't end up cleaning up the subject too soon. Now, it's usually within our interest to actually... Whoa! I'm getting a call from someone, but unfortunately I am in the middle of recording. Let's put a quick pause on this and I'll be back in just a second. Alright, no worries, let's get back to what we're doing. So, I think I was saying something about we want to get rid of that national unrest. It's always quite nice to have, just because, you know, why not? I could use a little bit of that if I grab too much overextension. Right now we don't have any, which makes it look like we don't need it, but trust me, I think we're going to need this at some point. Right, so let's declare on Kandar. I'm going to go for this guy's claims, that we get all of his claims. Wait, 100% cost for conquest of just this province? Wait a second. Just Kastamonu. Okay, don't know what that's all about, but alright. That's 2 lights as well, so that should be an easy win. There we go, I didn't even have to move these guys. Split them in half. Actually, we don't need the transports here. You guys can go back over to there. Because I do not make enough sailors each month for that, so... We'll go for Sinop, which has the full, thick garrison. Alright, you're at 200, so I don't need to improve relations. Same thing with you. You're not going to help me, though, because, you know... Yeah. He doesn't like me very much right now. I'm hoping someone will go and siege down Ramazan, though. Or not. I guess I'll do that myself. Now, I could use an extra general, actually. Oh, he's pretty good. Alright. Good shock for the early game, +2 siege. I'm a big fan. Alright. Yeah, there's nothing I can do to improve the situation we have there. Don't know where you came from, but... yeah, I guess it didn't actually stack wipe anyone. Let's take that prestige hit. I'd much rather that. Now, as for our admin, we can just keep expanding with vassals, so I actually don't need admin right now. I will take this, actually, so that I can get to Deus Vult faster. Grab some spy network stuff there. I actually don't need this guy in here, so I'm going to use that to save us a couple of sailors each month. And we're just going to siege this stuff down real quick. Now, he might come over and try to kill this stack. I'm not entirely sure if that's the plan or not. But I guess we'll find out. Hopefully he doesn't. I really don't want him to. Convert more of my vassals' land. Yeah, he's getting there. Innovativeness, absolutely. Always take the innovativeness on that one. Always. Alright, 49% or 28%. Which one will be faster? My bet's on the 28%. That was just the luck of the draw there. Usually feels like the lower percent wins, but yeah, it's not how statistics even work, so. Let's bring these guys down here. Oh, nice stack wipe on that. In theory. Well, there we go. Let's send the cannon into here, just to make our lives a little easier here. We finished off his navy so we can actually bring everyone back home. And now I have an extra 2 galleys, which I can use to fight Venice. Everything's for fighting Venice. 22 galleys. Very nice. Well, let's actually keep you here, and I'll send you into here, and you'll both protect trade in Constantinople. Meanwhile, I'm paying almost nothing for my navy. Navies are so cheap in this game. I love that. They're incredibly cheap to go over your naval force limit. Like, I'm paying double my maintenance for my navy from over force limit, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all because it's like $1. It's a single ducat, basically. Super cheap. Anyway, let me finish this up. Thank you very much. You have cores, but they're worthless, right? Oh no, you have good cores. Wow, crazy. 4 decent cores, but they're in the Nizarids. If I'm going to declare on them, it's going to be for religious war, not for reconquest, because I can take a lot more that way. So unfortunately, you don't get protected this time. Instead, you get to die. Very unfortunate. The vultures will go and pick them off, basically. Now, I want to give these over to my subject, don't I? Because we're early on in the game, this will give me less aggressive expansion doing it this way. And also no Diplo, I think. So being early on in the game, it's just because the admin efficiency doesn't really exist yet, so I can just hand these off and no one cares. So there we go. My vassal grows. I can also declare war on this guy just the same to give him more of Anatolia. Yeah, let's do that. I'm also going to want to spend my money. I can spend that on not coastal barrages. There are no good manufactories yet. I mean, none of these will be manufactories. These will all be soldier households anyway, but it's not like we can even make those yet. Impressment office is a maybe. If I could boost this guy up, he would give me a lot more sailors if I did that. Or, theoretically, I could core this land up, these two, and then bump them up to level 2 centers of trade, which isn't a bad idea. I just don't want to core all of them. I'll core this specifically. I'll core this specifically once I have the points, just so I can bump these 2 specific provinces up. I just don't want to spend too much admin. So you, I can do that, and then bump you up. And then maybe decrease the autonomy as well, just because that does affect it. So, decrease that autonomy. Decrease that autonomy. And I should also... You have a marketplace. You don't have a marketplace. I will build one there at some point. Okay. Good stuff. Good, good, good. Let's declare on this guy. We're just going to keep on going, continue the momentum through Anatolia, and keep converting his land as well. Right. You should be a lot happier. Oh, wait a second. That doesn't actually give the Liberty Desire, does it? It's supposed to. I think they said they would have fixed that, but I don't think they actually did. Right. Now that's really awkward. I thought that was a feature that was supposed to be fixed. In fact, I thought I saw a screenshot even that showed that they did fix it. Where giving your subject land in a peace deal would decrease their liberty desire, but, well, clearly something isn't exactly right here, so... wow, that's kind of awkward. See, like, if I swap this over to him, and I give him this land... Yeah, that does not decrease... No, it does decrease his liberty desire by 4.5. Why, then, is your liberty desire only decreased by 13.4? I don't know. Something still doesn't feel right here. Something still sort of feels off. I don't think that actually went through. Something tells me that didn't go through. Weird. Okay, ooh, nice. Quick and easy, 14% siege on that. Of course, I'm going to let him occupy everything. I'll give him what he has claims on first, except this will go to me in any and all cases. I think that'll actually be next. I'll just hand that off. Or maybe right now I'll just hand that off to myself. So that I have this border here, and then Mentesha here, I can just declare on and take his land myself. So you have claims on these specific provinces, so I can give you this, this, this. If I can, I'll just take all of this, which will be risky. Not a good idea, to say the least. Is this okay? No, the Nizarids really hate me for this. Why? 52 aggressive expansion. I guess that would be the reason why. What if I don't take that? 43. Brings him down to 57. Jeez, you're driving a hard bargain here, bud. Okay. Okay. What if I don't take this? Still, it's a problem, but it's a problem that's solvable in December. Alright, if you say so. Okay, we'll have to play by the rules of the Nizarids here for a little bit longer. Just until I can get rid of them. So let's bring these guys together. I'll declare war on Mentesha for now. I'll actually take that myself. But again, only when the Nizarids will let me. Or else we'll end up with a couple of problems. Let's grab a couple of galleys here. Bring them over here just in case. I will pick up adaptive combat terrain because why not? And I did turn this on, right? Yes, nice. Because it's still free for a couple of years, probably like 15 at this point. There we go, that should be enough to siege, no problem. And I won't have to spend so much manpower. Now I do want to build something over here. I want to build you a marketplace, but I don't have enough money. I'm just going to build a spy... maybe not a spy network, maybe I'll build... I already have 2 outrage. Let's get a 3rd outrage because... You know, we have empty diplomats not doing anything. Okay, colonialism spawned in Andalusia, kinda cursed, but also expected. Also, ironically, also in Lisbon, or in this case referred to as Lisbona, however that's supposed to be pronounced. Funny how that works. Now if I went over here and I picked up this war score, hey, we have a happy Nizarids. Well, not happy, but not angry enough to do anything about it. So end your rivalry with this guy. Give me a bunch of money. Thank you very much. These will go to my subject. Now, if I go to my subject... Okay, never mind, it did work, I guess. Alright, cool. That's great. So he's happy, well, not entirely. He's getting more rebellious because he has more, you know, development as well, but I can placate him twice, which should, you know, fix everything. I also don't need all of my Diplo or all of my mill, so if he has a really small province, I can actually just get a ridiculous amount of liberty desire decrease from deving. Like this one province, 39. I click it once, it drops down by like 5. It's kind of ridiculous. So, you know, now he's happy. We won that siege, and I can only... Oh wow, 10 mil is a great trade-off for those other things that could have happened. So I'll grab this. We will have an wow, a very unhappy Nizarids. That does concern me a little bit. 52,000 men. Oh, he's so strong. I don't like that. Kind of scares me, actually. It's one of the first times I've thought to myself, I need some strong allies or else I might die. Once this war is over, I think I can find some, though. So, I'll poke the bear a little bit. Just a small poke. A bit of a prod, if you will. Just a little bit. I'm sure he won't be too angry. All I need to do is ally myself with some sizable nations, and oh look, there are a ton of them. The best, of course, would have been Francia himself, but that was pretty unlikely from the start. I should also, of course, realm my subject, which probably would have solved that, and I didn't have to develop, but whatever, who cares. How about we ally the Great Horde? Ooh. They're actually defenders against the Nizarids right now. Which means he'll probably be too spent to help defend me. Persia, maybe? Persia's alive and existing, and Zoroastrian for some reason. I may have missed that part. The part where he's Zoroastrian still. Yeah, definitely missed that part. He seems fairly strong, though. He's not a great power, but he'll do. Minus 11. Who are your rivals? Francia, myself, and Andalusia. We might have to come up with a cursed alliance just to kill him. Boy, is this gonna be fun. I was thinking Francia would be the best candidate, but they just don't like me. They're neutral towards me despite 100. They have too many Diplo reps. We're not the same religion. I need a stronger army. Now you want to become a march. I don't want you to become a march. Do you have good march ideas? Do you have anything that's good? Oh wow, yeah they do actually. Oh wow, they actually really do have good march ideas. Discipline, national unrest, cavalry combat ability, national manpower, and 20% CCR. That's crazy. That's actually not a bad idea. I have more land to feed to you. That's actually not a terrible idea. I'll take you up on that offer. Fine. Go ahead. Be a march. I'll have to get rid of you later. I already have diplomatic, so I can revoke that whenever I want. So it's not like I'm losing too much on this. Alright, yeah, go ahead. What do you want here? I want to give you... Yeah, I want to give you send officers and enable subsidies. 10% of my monthly manpower isn't very much, and it's very cheap to give them send officers. Now, what that does is that'll make them extremely powerful in terms of morale and such. It might take a month to update, but we should see, unless he just decreases his maintenance, which he has, okay. So let's check my vassal here. Oh, he's actually not that strong. 20% I thought would be a lot bigger, but I guess he's just lacking in everything else, so... Anyways, he does have 10% discipline. That's the cooler part. That's the part that's actually interesting. Who else can I invade for now? And who else can I ally? Right, it was gonna be Persia. But who else? I have a couple of allies. Thuringia, Lombardy. That's ironic that I still have them. Florence as well, but I don't think they're all, you know, good enough, strong enough allies to deal with a problem of this size. A Nizarid-sized problem. I don't know. I'll improve relations, I'll keep my Diplo rep up to give my allies more reasons to help me, just in case I do get surprise attacked. Well, not really a surprise, I'll see it coming a mile away once they step on my border, but... you know. Wait a second, why is this so expensive? You must have had something. You must have had a plus 25 or plus 50% core cost, because... dear god, that's expensive. Or maybe I just paid for the entire state. That could also be it. That's probably the actual answer itself. Yeah, that would probably make more sense. Okay, let me revoke a little bit of land here, except for the Cossacks. These guys are being stupid about something. Prestige? Yeah, I get it. I'm not super prestigious. That makes them upset. So in that case, I can go over here, encourage development, plop plop. Give me that. Thank you for the money and the loyalty. Hit this button and grab this. Next we have... Oh. There's the timer. I forgot to put my phone on the side there. Alright, let me figure out what I want here. Sugla. I want a marketplace. That was the point the entire time, and I forgot about it. So thank you, game, for reminding me about that. Bit of production over here as well is pretty good. Taxation is, still pretty bad. These are all pretty decent now. If I ever stumble upon 1,000 ducats somehow, then I can push my capital to level 3. I will actually pay for this. A little bit more prestige. That prestige is pretty useful when you have disloyal Cossacks, evidently. Alright. I'm not exactly sure where to expand next. I've just been improving relations with pretty much everyone here. I do want to ally this guy. Get rid of this, get rid of this. Francia? No alliance. Well, that sucks. You? No alliance. Also sucks. You? Yes, alliance. Doesn't suck. Nice. I don't know how strong they are, but Persia is Persia. They're usually pretty strong. Yeah, if they've kept the same ideas, which... okay, maybe they haven't. Or then again, maybe they have. I haven't memorized the Persian ideas. If they have, then that's really good, especially in, I think, the next era, but these might have been swapped up, so maybe not. I will ally you for defensive purposes, okay? Let's make that clear. Defensive purposes, thank you. And I will probably get rid of Thuringia. They're not very powerful, they're not very useful. And they're not willing to help with anything. Well, it's because they're in another war. It's not like you'd be much help anyway. You have 2,000 troops. What am I even worried about? The best part about having a Diplo is I can actually break royal ties whenever I want to. Yeah, it's just one prestige. No one cares. Now that I think about it, I could have done that with Lombardy as well. Don't know why I was stressing about that. I could have gotten rid of it whenever I wanted to. But they're pretty strong. I'll actually keep them as an ally. But anyway, Moravia, that was going to be my next target. Bavaria and Lendians are rather strong, but I can, ironically, call in Lombardy to help me. Which means if Francia doesn't want to fight... wait a second. Wait a minute. Let's fire off some brain cells here. If I call in Lombardy into a war against Moravia, then declare on Venice... beat up Venice, peace them out, then finish off Moravia, I can win the 2 separate wars like that. Now, boy, if I pissed everyone off, but I think that's going to be the best course of action, actually. Yeah, that all depends on whether or not Francia here decides to not fight in the next war. Which I'm hoping he will. His war exhaustion is going to take up soon. If he doesn't peace out immediately, then he's probably going to drop down to 0. Oh, minus 11. I couldn't have asked for better myself. Okay, let's declare over here. Bring in Lombardy and Florence, because Florence won't join the Venice War. So we'll have them take care of this issue for me. Of course, it will be Reconquest for Deborov here. And then I'll have to wait a month, and I will declare on Venice for this little part of northern Greece here. So let's bring up all of my ships into the Venetian Sea. Bring you guys together. What's combat width right now? 24, we're rocking 24, so it works out. You can also have a leader just like that. He's kind of bad, but who cares? Oh yeah, this is going to be so nice. This is going to be the good stuff. Let's go with a conquest of... Oh, I have a lot of stuff I can conquest. Durazzo, maybe? Might be the safest one. Let's do it. Okay. This, unfortunately, is where I'm going to leave it off. I know. I just started a new war. It's really interesting, but we've run out of time. The only thing I could do right now is hope that, you know, I don't forget to fight the war, so I had to declare them right now. So thank you for watching. This is Quarbit signing off, and as always, have a fantastic day. I'd like to take a second to thank all of the patrons for the month of March, starting with the ones we have in the General tier: Quiet Guy, Brennan Arsenault, Ben Greenhagen, Torvald, Dire Avenger, and Farron. Those we have in the Prince tier: Snow Raven, Rockbox 2020, and Robert Colino. Those we have in the King tier: Chewy Shoot and Natsuki. In the Elector tier, we have TFLJ Martis, and in the Conqueror of Worlds tier, we have The Watcher. Thank you guys so much for your pledges this month. It means a lot to me, and I truly cannot thank you guys enough.